The man with the dream to become the Pirate King. Yes, Luffy. The man with the extravagant devil fruit powers. The man who single-handedly changed anime with his joyous attitude. He's a man with a simple goal and a carefree aptitude for life. No complex interventions, no intertwined philosophies, and no nonsense. It's precisely because of this concept that Luffy breaks the impression of being boring. He redefines what it means to be simplistic, but yet so stylish, so laid back, so stoic. Emanating with a warm disposition, every scene portrays some sort of joy. Luffy is a simple man extracting joy and positivity out of everything, even if the things are predominantly negative. It's this fundamental aspect to Luffy's character that magnetizes and attracts us, as we can relate to the stoic, carefree attitude, the calming personality, and humorous comedy which gives Luffy purpose. It's this initial rule-breaking quality that is Luffy's defining trait, which he takes and makes his own individualistic philosophy. His goal of being the Pirate King introduces him to so many more relative aspiring characters, continuing to challenge himself despite being overwhelmed. I mean, we can all intrinsically derive some sort of lesson from this outlook to things, as his respectable tone is what makes us take him seriously. Luffy's likable disposition gives us a reason to be infatuated, excited, and scintillated as progress throughout the story of One Piece. Even his personality traits, great connections and relations with the plot material, and his motives. Striving to be the Pirate King's a part of his imperative for freedom, but also a display of his selflessness and joyous attitude each and every action he has. Every twist and turn, every foreshadowed moment has its purpose. And Luffy is there to create this atmosphere, unbeknownst to everyone watching. So there is so much more to analyze, as this is the full Luffy character analysis. So buckle up and raise those flags, for we have yet to sail across this amazing character. Luffy's brightness lightens up the dull occasions, creating his trademark, momentous, and synchronistically special scenes within the story of One Piece. It's like Luffy's personality is a part of One Piece, a cog in the large machine that keeps it moving one revolution at a time. For perspective, let's take into account how influential Luffy has become, from his humble beginnings as a young pirate, traversing the Grand Line, introducing many new crew members, exhibiting his leadership qualities, competing against Yonkos, and revolting against the world government. What an interesting character to dissect. His thirst for freedom and exploration gives him this freshness feeling, like there is always another task to complete and this never-ending checklist. He's always up to help people, exemplifying his main creed, which pertains to how selfless he is, always prioritizing someone before himself, giving him this inherently compassionate and less greedy self-indulging personality. I mean, we can all see the obvious trend that Luffy is a very cheerful and altruistic, believing that he is no more special than those who are righteous. He does not feel the need to place his ego above what is just, and this is exactly what creates this dynamic we all find so alluring about him. Enough about his philosophies, more about his goals. As a young boy, he was always ridiculed for his grandiose goals of obtaining freedom and uniting the world with peace by becoming the Pirate King. It is his self-acceptance and major confidence that allowed Luffy to continue his journey and never give up, whilst having multiple hiccups along the way. He simply doesn't see giving up as an option, as that would be worse than dying in his eyes. Rather, he chooses to embrace optimism, and this is what keeps his character growing and evolving, even to the latest chapters. This optimism is born from his propensity to become the best he can possibly be, realize his true potential, and live the life he was supposed to live by sailing the Grand Line in search of the One Piece. Considering his magnetism towards joy, many other characters derive purpose from his outlook of life. For example, when he saved Robin, Luffy demonstrated his life's perspective, which gave Robin a reason to keep existing, creating this heartfelt moment that will be forever remembered in the minds of One Piece fans and anime fans alike. It's interactions like these that create the meaning for Luffy's actions, what drives and motivates him further. Whatever way you interpret Luffy's antics, as funny, stupid, or boring, he displays this empathetic notion towards anyone, irregardless of how they treat him, by portraying mercy towards those who seek to once destroy him. This forgiveness aspect is just another positive trait Luffy possesses. Back to his goals of traversing the Grand Line, Luffy seeks to prove his worth in life by obtaining the greatest treasure. However, not alone, as he and the Straw Hats, his crew, are working towards this common goal. Luffy's goal of being the Pirate King also introduces him to many adversaries and enemies that seek to destroy him and everything he believes in. The freedom he seeks is directly targeted and imprisoned by the world government, and the other selfish pirates that wish to greedily take the One Piece for themselves after the New Age. Luffy, despite being so cheerful, takes his goals and aspirations very seriously, as the compromisations of these treasured beliefs is a direct breach of his own life's philosophies. That's why we see a linear progression of Luffy in the story. He continues to harness his abilities of the Nika Nika fruit and adopt a learning student mentality to become stronger. His relationships with Silver Rayleigh represents his studious side and how he will do anything to improve and constantly get a one-up on his competition. Luffy's transformations each symbolize one aspect of him. Gear 2 being the imperative he displays for his goals, Gear 3 being his creativity, Gear 4 a result of his studious nature, and Gear 5 recently a direct reference to his optimistic, joyful approach to life. His character design even matching his main philosophies, having a serious impression in fights with meaning and a carefree one during the moments he is laid back with his crew members. We can all learn something from the transformative, joy-filled journey of Monkey D. Luffy. Born for greatness, but here to be the joy we all needed. Whatever way you like to look at Luffy, he has taught us many lessons in life, from self-acceptance to a stoic approach to pessimism. He epitomizes and encapsulates the persona of a jolly pirate, one that seeks to unify and create freedom for the condemned in a world of mass conflict. It's this indifference Luffy has despite his situations or circumstances which makes him such an underrated character. Luffy's character development is a spectacle to watch as we see him through pain and sacrifice, learning from his past mistakes to better himself and eventually use his powers in the Nika Nika fruit for righteousness. Whether it be his attitude towards his goals or his excitement for new challenges and interactions with his crew, Luffy has proven time and time again, through many trials and tribulations, the sacrifices, the dedication he has proven to himself to be one of the most introspective yet inspirational characters ever written. And this is possibly why, if not the only reason why, Luffy changed anime. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, sub, leave a comment, and as always, peace!